we're located here outside of the La Cangreja National Park. From a biological standpoint, a botanical standpoint, this is an extremely important area of Costa Rica and the tropics in general, in that it basically is a convergence area that represents the higher and drier forests to the north and the wetter and lower forests to the south. What we do here is quite diverse. It's a fairly dynamic project. We have internships that run throughout the year. We receive people that are looking to learn about the skills that we offer to teach that have to do with sustainable living, renewable energy, natural building, agroforestry, permaculture, community development, etc. We also run educational programs throughout the year, and those include workshops on a lot of the topics that I just mentioned, including some others like wilderness medicine. And then we also receive college, university, high school, middle school groups that come down to learn about a whole host of different topics.
I'm particularly working with the fruit and nut trees, our agroforestry systems, if you will.
We muck out every Monday and give everything a really good clean and give them a nice fresh start for the week.
So yeah, what we're doing here is called timber framing, and the joints that we're working on are mortise and tenon joints, and so we're creating a ping pong table with classic timber framing principles, and all that really means is that we're going in with each piece of wood and using a hand chisel, a mallet, and is something called the square rule, and cutting out these, cutting out pieces of wood to create the joints for our table. The idea being that we're not going to use any metal. This is all things that we can do with hand tools as opposed to power tools.
We're planting those trees on contour lines, and what we're doing with that is we're trying to mimic the forest. That's the whole point of agroforestry. It's based on forest ecology. We have this amazing forest behind us here that produces a huge amount of food, it produces a huge amount of timber, habitat, and we don't have to go in there and prune it, we don't have to go in there and mulch it, we don't have to manage it, it just does its thing. So our whole goal, our dream, if you will, is to see if we can mimic that ecology, maintain the functions of the forest while still creating an abundant food supply. And we do that by mimicking the fertility of the forest, and a big part of that is working with nitrogen-fixing trees, especially here in the tropics. So we're planting lots of those, thousands and thousands of those trees. We'll manage those in a system called coppice agroforestry. And you've seen, or you will see, perhaps, if you're coming here, as you're driving along the roads, riding the bus in Costa Rica, you see all these trees planted along the fences with new shoots growing off, big trunks. And those are great examples of species that have been coppiced. They're cut back and they regrow every year. We refer to them as multi-use agroforestry species, and we're able to take that material that we cut off of those trees and use it to feed our goats, use it as firewood, use it as mulch, use it just to lay down and create biomass. Again, trying to mimic what the forest ecology does naturally on its own.